What is going on, YouTube? We're doing a video today talking about God of War Ragnarok. I just completed the game not too long ago, put about 35 to 40 hours into it, doing all the side stuff, the side quests. I did most of the find it stuff, but I did not do the stuff like find the 8 different flowers in random areas. And some of this the little stuff I didn't do, but a lot of the main quests and the main side, well, of course the main quest, but all the main side stuff I did do. Now, I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but that's not going to happen, guys. We are just going to warn you right now, if you do not want too many spoilers released or talked to about this game, I would avoid the comment section, and I would avoid the rest of this video. Now, this video goes out to the people that have completed the game and would like to have a discussion about what they thought of it. Now, originally when I was playing through this game, I couldn't stop playing, and I loved everything about it, whether it be the story, the gameplay, the fighting, everything to do with this game. I loved it. And I really have no complaints. I mean, to me, this is almost a 10 out of 10 game. And I threw this up there with Game of the Year, and when I had the discussion with people, I chose Elden Ring. Oh, baby, Elden Ring. Over this one, only because Elden Ring was loved across all platforms. It was loved. It brought new people into the series. It brought me into the Soulsborne series. I gave up on those games so fast. And Elden Ring actually brought me to play good games like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, stuff like that. I actually jump into those games now and not so discouraged by dying so much. And the lore and the fighting, and right now I even reinstalled Elden Ring just so I could do the new DLC that was released. Now, this isn't an Elden Ring video. This is actually, God of War, what we were going to talk about. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, if we were just doing exclusives only, obviously I would choose God of War Ragnarok. Now, I feel so bad for some of the people with Xbox and stuff like that that cannot play this game. It is so amazing. Up into, I just don't even know where to start now. I was dug into this game from the very beginning. Obviously, I loved the 2018 God of War so much. It was what really pushed me to get a PS5 and stuff like that, because when I came into the PS4 nation about a year and a half, 2 years ago, God of War was one of the first games I played. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of the older games. I am going to make a jump back and try and play some of them now, especially after playing this one. Which you can almost say is almost like the argument I just had with Elden Ring, how it's forcing me to go back and play the other games that I didn't like beforehand. But I like this one more because it had the RPG elements to it. It had the amazing story. It wasn't the simple go to this level. It kind of was, but go to this level, beat up all these bad guys. Ooh, Kratos gets mad, kills the god. This one had some side stuff. This had more story. This had character development and stuff like that. Now, I know some of the older God of Wars had the stuff like they explained why Kratos was, the whiter color, and what happened to his family, and why he really hated the gods. And the whole story with that was all about vengeance, whereas this one became more about a story of justice. The ending came to a pretty abrupt halt, and to be honest, I'm really up in the air about this. And now this is where the spoilers are going to start coming in. I kind of knew from the very beginning that Tyr was not Tyr. It was kind of awkward and weird and stuff like that. And then at the scene, like when you don't never see him and he was always hiding in that closet, that was really a let go for me. And then when finally he kills Brock and lets you know that it's really Odin the whole time and everything, that was a sudden good impact for me. And actually, as much as I really didn't like Brock as a character, once he was killed, I really thought back on him. Like, man, I really actually missed this guy. He was fun. He had the fun little stuff. He was just that stout little guy, and it actually made me kind of sad. And that's bringing on to my other points about this story was, near the end, I was honestly expecting them to kill off Kratos. I was expecting it. I was waiting for it to happen. Like, I was like, this is gonna happen. Kratos is gonna give himself for these people. And even at the end, when it shows off the last little bit and it shows the picture of Kratos finally being worshipped, or I shouldn't say worship, but being prayed to, being loved and stuff. And that's what Odin's whole this thing with him at the one point was saying to him was how, have you even been prayed to? You know, you were just a god of war. Nobody liked you. Nobody loved you. And he was talking about, you know, that. And it really hit Kratos hard that, you know, they showed the picture that he's finally loved. You know, that he was finally being a god that was prayed to and loved. Now, you know, when he survived, I was happy. And then at one point, too, I thought they were going to, you know, Atreus was going to, you know, give himself. And I was really hoping that was going to happen. But, yeah, and then the whole thing was the story development with Freya and how she actually didn't kill Odin in the end when she had a chance, because she grew to understand that she just needed to let go. That she didn't need to kill him to be whole again. That she was whole the whole time. She just had to let go. And then, if you do go on to play after the game, obviously you check out Brock's funeral, which I have a video of showing if you guys would like to see that if you did not see that ending. And then you also find the icy prison where Tyr really is, and then you can rescue him as well. So that's kind of fun, some of the fun side stuff you do after the game is over with. Now going on to one of the biggest things I loved about this game was, you know, we talked about character development. But we also so being a father myself, having 3 kids, 3 boys even, and, you know, some people can't relate to Kratos why he would do the things he did to stop Atreus from doing his destiny. And as a parent and stuff like that, I feel that you want to do whatever you can to keep your kids safe. And if it's F everybody else, but keep your parents or keep your kids safe, that's really what it is. And a lot of time, what this video game was really about, I think, especially coming to this, Kratos just wanted Atreus to be safe. And whether it be staying out in the woods and not doing anything else but hunting and just surviving, and yeah. So, but obviously, you know, watching this and breaking from it, I do hope that down the road we will obviously have more God of War games because Kratos is still here. And who knows, we might even have Kid of War. So I mean, I think they will eventually maybe branch off. And Atreus will have his own games where he is searching for the giants. He is going to revive them. So we'll still have that nice little Norse mythology, hopefully. And I think Kratos will branch off eventually. And hopefully, you know, go into some other mythologies. Like one I can tell you right off the back, right off the top of my head would be, I'd love to see an Egyptian-based one. I think that'd be really cool because you got, you know, Egyptian gods, Set, Horus, and all those other ones that, you know, obviously they're not perfect like the Norse and the Greeks were, so it'd be really cool to see him branch off and have to deal with them. I don't know how they would word that into it, because now at the end of this one they really set it up so that way Kratos is basically going to be, I don't know, he's not going to be like the king of the gods, but he's going to be around to help the people. He's going to be the blunt, quiet, strong guy. They'll probably have Freya go on to be the queen and leading everybody again. And then, you know, who knows? And obviously at the end of this, Cedric is not in his right mind. Brock's dead. He is completely lost. Who knows if they'll have something down the road where Cedric's going to go out for revenge for Kratos. And you might have to deal with that. And then you got to deal with the dwarves. And who, you know, or he might even come after Atreus. But maybe that might even be the next game too. But we'll get out of that. So, I mean, that could be a discussion for another time, but comment below what you guys think should happen now. Should Atreus go off and have his own game in the Norse mythology, and Kratos go off into some whole other mythology? And if not the Egyptian one, what do you guys think he should? Or do you think he should stumble back to Greece and have to deal with that? Or I think the Greeks and the Romans have different gods, so maybe that could be something too that could go on. What do you guys think below? Or comment below what you guys think. Do you think that'd be pretty cool or what? So, now, just talking more about the gameplay, I love the system, and especially when you were granted the spear, the new weapon. That was really cool mechanics, so you could swap through them all and do your different magics, you know, your different combos and stuff like that, and you keep it rolling. And then you just had, you know, the Zelda, I call it the Zelda effect, where you can't go somewhere, you're going through and you're like, man, I want to get up there, but I can't get up there, that sucks, you know. And then later on, all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, I got the spear, I could throw it into the wall right there now. Now I can get up there. Oh, what's up there? Some more puzzles, more treasure and stuff like that. And this game, speaking of treasure, man, this game gives out so much treasure. I was just like, God, there's a chest over here. There's a chest over here. What am I playing a Final Fantasy game or something? There's just chests everywhere. Treasure and everything like that. And I like if you do all the side stuff by the end of the game, you are actually, you know, pretty buff. I mean, I shouldn't say buff like that, but I mean, you have all your stuff unlocked. I know by the time I get to the final fight with Odin, I already had all my skills pretty much maxed out on every character. I had equipment, you know, I think my level was like 7.5, 8 or something like that. So I had most of my stuff maxed out, not up to the 10 range, which is, I think, max, but... And I had, I think, like 75% of the ravens hit, and it became a lot easier to take out the ravens once I got the spear, because the axe, throwing the axe, and the lob and stuff. And I did most of the chests, like the Norn chest and stuff like that. I think I had up to level 5, so I had most of the health and everything. And you can see in that other video, I might post something up here with the final battle with Odin and stuff, just to show you guys how I did it and stuff like that. But a lot of times those videos don't do very well. So I've just been long-winded talking for 11 minutes about this, but I love this game so much. But it's great. I love this game. I'm gonna say I love this game probably about 10 more times in this short little video. The only complaint I do maybe have is that the fighting did become repetitive after a while. I was finding myself running into areas like, oh god, these guys again, and after about, you know, 20-30 hours of playing, you become so good at it that the fights weren't as fun as in the beginning, where it was a lot more harder. It was harder to do, like you had to actually think down, okay, I gotta block here, I gotta dodge here. Now it just became a part of just taking hits and then they're done. Alright, heal, next area, done. Which I began turned more into like the other God of War games. It's so good. Like, it's so good. I'm sorry, it's probably turning into a really long, boring video, but like I said, I wanted to open this up for discussion. I am going to go back, I think, I don't know if I'll do it on the channel or if I'll just do it in my free time, but play some of the older God of War games. I think I only have the PS3 one, but I probably can look on PlayStation Plus and stuff like that and see if they have the option for downloading like the original one and stuff, and maybe that's what I should do for the next channel. I'll just download the original and stream it for you guys and do some clips here and there and talk about it, so, and tell you guys what I really think then. Alright, thank you guys for watching so much. I really appreciate y'all, and like I said, comment below. Let's get a discussion going about this game, talk more about it. I know a lot of people are on the fence right now because it's still pretty new and they don't want to give out too much spoilers, so you can go ahead and spoil what you want in the comments below, and let's just have a good time with this, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, boy, God of War Ragnarok.